Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad. How are you all today? I hope you are keeping well. Another week has whizzed by and it's a glorious sunny day here today, which is really nice. So I thought I'd update you on some recent makes and some plans. What? More plans? Am I crazy? Yes, you know this is the truth. I've got my mannequin sitting here because I thought I'd show you better what I've been working on there. But let me share with you first what I'm wearing. I'm gonna have to stand up, so this is gonna go pear-shaped because I think you'll be able to see that I've actually got a kilt. I've got a kilt on today. I've got it on with a ready-to-wear top, which if you wanted to replicate this style of top, the Ludmilla from Maison Fauve would be a really good top to replicate this with. And I've actually got it on with my my waistcoat from Sussex Seamstress. This is the lined waistcoat, which segues nicely into this waistcoat. But today I've even got a little safety pin on here. Let me sit back down. Today we are. I am not Scottish, by the way. I don't have any Scots in me at all. But we are recreating we're doing a Burns lunch basically today, a Robbie Burns lunch, and of my childhood, my auntie Sue's, my dad's sister, and my granddad and grandma would host a Burns lunch, and it was just such great fun. Tam o' shanters and kilts and dreadful ginger wigs and all sorts of probably somehow politically incorrect representation of the beautiful Scots people. And then we do the ode to the haggis, chieftain of the pudding race and all that sort of stuff. So that is what we're up to today, which is great fun. And principally I'm doing that because Molly, my daughter, was too small. She wouldn't have remembered. In fact, I'm not even sure she was in the landscape when we used to do them. And so we are replicating that here today at our house. So we've got 8 people for lunch, which is lovely. Can't wait. And Molly, bless her, has been night clubbing all night. But I told her she'll be disinherited if she's not sitting at the table today. She's 19, had a great night, but she caught the first bus home from Brighton and is just getting a few hours sleep before the Burns lunch today. So, and it was really sweet because Molly managed to find 3 kilts in a charity shop. In fact, they're not kilts at all. I'm sure you've all seen the film Mrs. Doubtfire. So have a vision in mind of Mrs. Doubtfire when you think of these skirts, because they're skirts, pleated skirts with a sort of semi-tartan-esque appearance. And Molly bought 3 of them. This fits me perfectly actually, but was hideous length, like dodgy near ankle length, and so I just basically cut it. And my husband, by the time this goes live, hopefully I'll be able to put a picture of my husband in here. Bless him, is wearing a lady skirt today. I have hacked it to be a kilt length, but I did put, I don't know if you can see that there, I did put a safety pin just to represent a kilt pin, because that's what keeps a kilt shut, obviously. I'm not sure my husband will go true Scots style or not today. He absolutely would if he was, get his game for anything, really, bless him. But yeah, so hopefully I'll share some crazy family pictures here today of us getting up to that. That was a very long introduction indeed, but it does segue nicely. These are in no particular order. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to show you that I've been crafting away at this week, some of which have been ongoing projects, as you'll see in a little while. But this, as you can see, I absolutely love a waistcoat. And this is, as I said, this is the one I'm wearing is the lined waistcoat by Sussex Seamstress. Oh, Jane's designs are just superb, and I was more than happy to make this. And I decided not to put buttons on this. It would close, but I should have probably sized up. I didn't have a vision in mind that I wanted a waistcoat that closed, so I didn't size up to do that. Whereas the Pompom here, this is the Pompom waistcoat by Maison Fauve. Let's just see if I can raise that up a little bit. Not sure if this is going to work or not. Yeah. Oh, did that stay? Has anyone else got one of these things that? Let me tilt the camera down a little bit. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah. Okay. It's now going a bit skew-iff, I think. Didn't realise it cut the bottom off of it. So this is the Pompom waistcoat by Maison Fauve, and it is their newest free pattern that was released this week. So anyone can download this. It's available on their website for free. There's also, as with all Maison Fauve designs, patterns, sorry, there is a free sew along, which is just fantastic, over on their YouTube channel. And actually there's an amazing competition going on with the Pompom waistcoat, and I'll leave a link to their website. Actually, it's better to see it on Instagram, because the competition is on Instagram, and they've got, so you can win like a home perfume kit, or a sewing machine, or some jewellery. Basically, she's got a number of the people that she works with are giving away some amazing prizes. But I love a waistcoat anyway, so when the new release came out, I couldn't help myself. And this fabric, I made the Brooklyn trousers, which I'm going to just take you through here, in this amazing fabric, because I had a vision of having waistcoat and trousers, and then I just had, I didn't know this was, I didn't know the Pompom was a thing, hence I happily made the blind. But basically, the great thing about a waistcoat is it doesn't take very much fabric, and you can do great things with remnants. So this is the back of the waistcoat. So this is just pinned at the moment because I haven't quite finished it. But oh, look at this! Now this also is remnant. This, I made the Faye jumpsuit from Maison Fauve. If I can find a picture, I'll probably put it over my face here now. I made a, so I literally had the smallest amount of remnants. So you can see here you've got like, this will have D rings on it. Actually, I might do buttons. I'll tell you in a minute. And then actually these pieces of cotton here are the tailor tacks, which I never use actually, but on a waistcoat it's really nice just to, and the black is really hard to mark. You end up with chalk everywhere. So that is going to close, and the intention is for this particular waistcoat for it to be worn as a top, and I am absolutely loving the fit of it. It's got now in the instructions it's welt pockets, and I didn't do the welt pockets, and then overnight I thought, no, that's crazy. So I've actually put over the top here the welt pocket piece. So it's not a proper, in fact it's a faux welt pocket anyway, but the construction is made as a welt pocket, but I have just added the welt over the top. So just to give you a heads up that is something you could do as well. Obviously it's sitting on the outside, whereas a welt sort of sits in the inside and pokes out. So, but I don't think when it's on you're really going to notice that too much. It is beautifully constructed. Beautifully constructed. So it's fully lined, and again this is the same fabric because it was a border print. Oh, look at this! It's absolutely divine. I love the detail in this waistcoat, as is Jane's, by the way. This is, you can see my zebras in there, and the pocket construction on Jane's waistcoat is a stroke of genius. It's actually a fully functioning pocket, tiny but fully functioning. But I love this. So all I've got to do now, there's actually on the bottom band here, there's actually a band that will complete this. So I haven't finished that yet. So I'm just working on that, and I've actually just ordered last night some beautiful buttons. You know, I'm a bit obsessed with Maison Fauve in general, but the buttons are just superb. They're black with gold glitter, very and the same style as the green ones that are on my tromplin trousers, and the blue ones that are on my the dress. I've forgotten completely the name of the dress No, it's gone. And then obviously the soliflor dress has got the burgundy buttons with the gold around it. So I thought gold, the black buttons with the gold trim on, just going to be beautiful on that. And I am actually, I think I'm going to message them and order just 2 more buttons because I might finish the back band with buttons as well. So I thought it'd look really cute. So that's work in progress, nearly finished, and isn't as time consuming as you might think actually, although you know I'm a speedy sewer, but it's just great fun. I can't wait to have that in my wardrobe. I think what I'm going to end up having to do is taper in at the under the arm a little bit, but I'm going to wait until it's finished. I might not do the underside and then just taper it in right sides together, obviously, before I close it. Now, the Brooklyn trousers, I'm really sorry, these are in black, so this is going to be really hard. I have worn, let me put a photo in over the top of my waistcoat here. I have worn these almost daily since I made them, which is the same statement for another pair of trousers I'm going to show you in a minute. This is the Brooklyn trousers, again by Maison Fauve. I've left the pattern up there. Hang on a sec, let me just grab it a moment. I've had a really good tidy up in my sewing room, so everything was out on the windowsill, but I've got guests and they've never seen the house before, so I thought I'd show them around. So I've had to tidy up. So this is the pattern. I love this, absolutely adore the packaging by Maison Fauve. Just attention to detail is brilliant. Oh, but while I'm talking about Maison Fauve, I'll leave details in a link below. Oh, there's a sewing podcast that I listened to yesterday from Emily from Maison Fauve. I'll put the details on the screen here. It's such a good podcast. I'm not really a podcast listener, but this was brilliant, and it was the first interview that Emily has done in English. I mean, how talented is this lady? And you know what? She only started sewing, literally started sewing only 10 years ago. And then to go from not sewing at all, she used to be a dentist. I love the synergy of that. I'm a dental practice manager. I run 2 dental practices. Isn't that weird? How the similarities there? But she describes in the podcast of the skill of being able to use your hands as well as a foot pedal, which is what obviously dentists do. And the accuracy required, and obviously all of those similarities are true of sewing. So I loved listening to that. So let me leave the details here of that podcast because it was just so nice to listen to. And she just talks about Maison Fauve, but she talks also about why their patterns come out in paper format, which I just love. I think it's so lovely. So these are the Brooklyn trousers, and as with all of the Maison Fauve, I took my glasses off because I don't like the reflection on the video. But all of the Maison Fauve patterns start in a size 34 and go up to a 52. So in these trousers, the waist measurement starts at a 60 and ends at 102 centimetres, and the hips start at 88 and go up to a size 128. So well, 130 actually, so pretty size inclusive. And honestly, the details in this, as with all Maison Fauve trousers, I really want to try and show you. I absolutely adored making these, and again I followed the sew along. So you can see here they've got these beautiful pleats on either side. Now it is a side zip, which I'll talk about in a moment, and it's finished with a facing on the inside, so that gives you really good opportunity to get the fit right. I made no alterations to these trousers other than the length. I think, yes, no, they were quite long on me, to be fair. And they've got these lovely belt loops here, and then on the back I think you've got 2 pleats there, yeah, and then obviously the belt loops. These pockets, as are on a couple of things I've made on Maison Fauve, these are just flaps, which I think is a really nice touch. There's no back pocket, but just adds that detail on the back. Now the reason I wanted to talk about the side zip, when I made these, I made them with the invisible zip that was intended. I wore them for 2 days. Now I don't know about you, but me and side zips on trousers, excuse me, we are not friends. I think it's because of I've got a belly, and therefore there's excuse me, there's like I don't know, there's shapes going on, isn't there? And I often find that the side zips are not as robust as a standard zip. And true to form, I am at work. I'm doing reviews. Not that it's got anything to do with it, but literally, I'm with people. I'm not like just sitting in an office on my own. Could not to get the zip back up. Not happening. So I ended up using a bulldog clip to hold my trousers shut, and luckily I had a long top on. Glamorous life. So I took the zip out, and I've had to put an ordinary zip in. So that's frustrating because you can see that, but hey, it's on my side. I more often than not have got a top that is pulled down. And do you know what though? To know that this is a robust zip and has absolutely no issues, I'll take it. Because let me put some pictures and some footage in here now. These trousers have just been worn on rotation, and this fabric is divine. And I wear it with this waistcoat, which I know I'm all in black so you can't see it, but it matches, and ta-da, it's going to match that as well. So I'm super pleased with those. So hopefully I've put a picture in. The fabric came from Dot to Dot Studios, which is a lovely fabric shop not very far from me, and it's an in-person shop. They're open Monday to Friday, sort of 10 till 2, I think it is. But please, if you're travelling a long way, do give Becky a call ahead of time, because she's got a lovely small family, and I love her work ethic. She makes her work around her family, so just check she's there. But the most beautiful selection of fabrics. She does have an unlined representation too, which again is beautiful. Let's stay with trousers for a minute, because I'm very excited about this pair of trousers. You remember that I was talking about the Walk Boldly trousers. Let me put the stock photo here. The Walk Boldly trousers are from Pattern Emporium, and I love them. Now, it's a pair of stretch trousers, so it looks like I've got a few puckers going on here, which is not untrue. They are there, but when I'm wearing them, I don't think they pucker. So it doesn't look very glamorous off the hanger. But these trousers are amazing. And can I just say, by the way, thank you for all the love on the my last video, which was the fabric haul from Legend Textiles. Josh is just overwhelmed by the comments and orders, and just, yeah, he's loving the fact that you love his shop, and yeah, thank you for that. And this fabric is from Legend Textiles. It is still available, and it's Pontoroma. It has a polyester and rayon mix, so viscose, I forget, but basically it's a lovely drapey Pontoroma. It's $1.99 a metre. This is insane, and it is divine. Basically, I'm a little bit obsessed by it. I want it in every colour. So I have it in black and grey. Let me put a picture of me. Oh gosh, I hope I've taken a picture of me in these trousers. I think I have. I can't remember. They are amazing. They take no time at all to make. You've got basically lovely big functional pockets. You've got pockets on the back as well, which is lovely. They are flat, so as in they've got no gathering in, which is lovely, and they are super wide, which I think is great fun. Hang on, I'm getting all caught up here. So I hope I've got some footage or something. If not, I'll have to include that another time, or maybe take some later and edit it in. But these are amazing, and I have just worn them. I've worn them, these and the Brooklyn trousers, on rotation, which I discover now that I don't have many tops. What's going on there? I didn't think I was a dress girl, but I must be, because now that I've made 2 pairs of trousers, I've literally got about 4 tops to rotate on. So yeah, that's proving a bit tricky. But I absolutely love these, and I am obsessed with this fabric. I'm a little bit obsessed with Legend Textiles. Thank you again to Josh and his team for their generosity. It started because I had ordered some fabric from them, and then they kindly sent me a lot to open and share with you. So if you haven't seen that video, please do head over to that, and head over to Josh's website, Legend Textiles. I'll make sure I leave a link below. So I had originally ordered 2 meters, so let me share. I I ordered 2 meters to line the coat, which I'm going to show you about in a second. I Then I ordered another 2 meters, which they kindly gifted to me, and it is super wide. It's 160 centimeters wide, so I had enough to make the trousers that I've just shown you. But I also, dun, 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 made another LB pullover by Paper Theory, which I just love. And I don't know if I remember telling you, but I've basically been putting my best friend's wrapped up my day out, if you like, in ribbon, and it had 50 on it. So I'm basically putting a bit of ribbon into all of my makes, which is good fun. I also put on this one a little tag here that says handmade. I can't remember where these labels came from, sorry about that. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I'd used every scrap of this fabric. So I made the LB pullover, made it with sleeves this time. But I will just say, you can use your imagination, use up every bit of fabric. So I actually put a centre back seam in here, and I think maybe even, oh no, this does go the right way, but I think either the front or the back of the neckband is cut on the cross grain, just to make sure I used up every centimetre of it. So it's a bit of a dull cord, if I'm honest, the two together. And again, I don't think I've taken a picture, but if I will and add it in. I'm going to remember all this stuff. So I absolutely love that. And as you know, I'm going on a sewing retreat this weekend coming up. So today is the 28th, and on Friday to Monday next week, or the end of this week into the next week, I'm with 10 amazing ladies, and we'll all be sewing, and I just want to be sitting something really comfortable. So I genuinely can't wait. And then the last thing I had to share with you, oh my word, I'm like rushing through this, but so exciting, was I finally finished the unlined raw-edged coat by Makers Atelier. I know I've spoken about this almost every video for the last 6 weeks or so, but this was, so it's meant to be raw-edged. This was the beautiful sort of wool mix that I got from Walthamstow Market. Just love the colours in this. Oh. And when I made it, the wool is too thin, so it's not a real wool, obviously. And I didn't like how it was sitting. It's also a little bit itchy, so I was like devastated, because I thought, oh, I made this lovely coat, and then it's not going to fit. Sorry, it's going to be too itchy, and I'm not going to reach for it. So that's how my friendship with Josh started, because I messaged him and asked. I ordered a particular fabric. Unfortunately, that was damaged, so he messaged me back, and then I said, oh, I just want something quite structured to line this jacket, and then this is how it all started. So this is so simple, guys, honestly. I literally made another jacket out of the Pontoroma, put the two right sides together, sewed around the top, and then turned it through. So I haven't finished the bottom, so you can see there, this is open to the elements, and I'm just going to leave it that way. I could actually sew it shut, so it's a raw edge on the bottom. Life's too short. So I absolutely love this. Let me see if I can put it on without damaging the microphone and the leads and all that sort of stuff. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oh, my top's all curled up there. Oh, sorry, microphone. Okay. So there you go. I love it. So it does sit slightly open like that if it wants to. Let me close that side so you can see what it looked like. If I close this side, I'll be bashing my microphone. Let's go back here. So there you go. I love it. It is still quite oversized, and I just rolled back so you can see here. But I love it because it's super snuggly and warm. It's not itchy anymore, which is great. I do just need to sew that down. But yeah. And again, I have worn this. Let me take it off again because I'm quite warm with all these layers on. And sit back down and move my chair. Let's all go, isn't it? Yeah, I've worn that on rotation. Let me put a picture in here because you can see I've worn it with my wore it out last Friday night to dinner with my friends, and I have got the Blanca flight suit on there. And then I'll put another picture in here or some footage or something with it with just a plain polo neck. And I think that's the Walk Boldly trousers I've got on. So I think. So what a wonderful week of sewing. And I've got to tell you, I've had plenty of evenings this week where I haven't sewn at all. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that's all about. But I've got some very exciting things happening coming up. Obviously, the sewing retreat next weekend. I'm not quite sure what to do about a video next week. I'm probably put together some footage over the weekend, and then on Monday I'll upload a video. I think that's how that's going to go. I'm so excited, can't wait. And I'm taking with me, because I've got some really exciting things coming up. I'm going to be joining the Pogonip party. So the Pogonip is a lovely sort of sweatshirt with a button placket. Sarah from Sew Sarah Styles just did a collaboration on with Rachel from the French Seams. So please head over to their channels to check that out. But I'm making a Pogonip by the Friday Pattern Company. And I'm part of a Pogonip party. I think there's 15 of us making the Pogonip, so we're all going to be talking about that early February, and then we're all going to be revealing the Pogonip on the 29th of February to celebrate leap year. And there are some prizes for that as well, so you don't have to be on YouTube to take part on that. And it is, I think the reveal is happening over on Instagram, so that's really good fun. So I'm taking the Pogonip with me to make, because Sarah is there, so I can use her as a resident expert on Pogonip. I think I'm also going to take some other tops as well, because I'm going to be working on a collaboration with Rachel from Stitched Up. So hi Rachel. Rachel reached out to me this week, and I'm just honoured actually that such lovely people like you are watching me and are encouraged to reach out, which is exactly what I want out of my year. I know I talk about this weekly, but this year for me is all about friendship. It's all about happiness, which comes from the friendship predominantly as well. It's about sewing, of course, but it's about collaborations, and collaborations for me are just about either working with a company or working with individuals. Just friendship really is what I want out of this year. So to have someone as lovely as Rachel reach out to me was, I feel truly honoured. So we're having a call tomorrow night, which is going to be amazing, and so we're going to be working on a collaboration around tops for jeans, because I obviously am making jeans with the lovely three ladies, which I'll talk about in a moment. And then it occurred to me, as I have just said, I don't have a lot of tops. I don't know what's happened there in my life, but right now, maybe I've got more tops for summer than I do winter, I'm not sure, other than the LB pullover, obviously. So Rachel and I are going to be doing a collaboration on that, so I don't want to give too much away right now because we're talking about it tomorrow night. So I've got an idea, of a concept that I want to work on that. So that's very exciting. And then obviously I'm working on the aisle jeans with the lovely Jenny from One Girl Creates, the lovely Julie from Julie Sews Her Own Clothes, and lovely Linda from Granny Linda Sewing. So Granny Linda Sewing, over on Instagram, and we've got a call on Tuesday to talk about our progress. I have got that cut out, which is very exciting. It's over here somewhere. So lots going on. Still making plans for the Knitting and Stitching show on the 23rd of March. So how lucky am I, basically? So I hope you've enjoyed seeing that. And I hope my enthusiasm for my love of sewing comes across. I can't be the only one that thinks about sewing all of the time. I literally am happy to get up early in the morning and sew. I said this to my friends the other day. I said I'm often sewing before I've had a cup of tea. I'm often sewing up until 11:30 at night, and I don't even notice the time. That's what I want to be doing, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I hope you do too. I hope you've got some lovely sewing going on. Let me know in the comments below what you're sewing at the moment. Please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. I'd really love to see my channel growing, mostly because then there's more of you that I can reach out to and become sewing friends with. I do have a coffee account, so if you'd like to buy me a coffee to support my channel, I would really appreciate that. It really means the world to me. All the details of that in the link below, and don't forget to subscribe because I know you're there. So take care everybody, and I look forward to sharing some details of another exciting week coming up, and in particular a very exciting weekend. Take care everybody, stay safe and well, bye bye.